10 silent ways being emotionally weak destroys your relationships. Have you ever felt like you give everything in love, but always end up feeling empty? Do you sometimes wonder why your relationships don't last? Maybe you have been blaming yourself, thinking you are just not good enough. But what if the real problem is not your worth? It's your emotional strength. If so, you are not alone. Many people don't realize that emotional weakness, not just bad luck, can quietly destroy their love life, shake their self-worth, and leave them feeling lost. This is a topic that doesn't get talked about enough. It's time we open that door. This video is your wake-up call to heal, grow, and become emotionally strong. Learn what emotional weakness is, 5 ways it destroys your relationships, 10 key signs to watch for, and how to turn things around before you lose yourself. What does it mean to be emotionally weak? To put it simply, being emotionally weak doesn't mean you cry a lot or feel things deeply. Those are human traits, not weaknesses. To be emotionally weak means you are easily affected by your feelings in a way that controls your behavior, your thoughts, and your choices, often negatively. It means you don't have the tools to manage your emotions well. You might get easily overwhelmed, break down during tough times, or rely too much on others to make you feel better. But emotional weakness isn't always loud. Sometimes it hides behind silence, people-pleasing, and pretending everything is okay when it's not. Emotionally weak people often don't know how to say no, how to walk away from toxic love, or how to stand up for their own needs. You might be scared to be alone, even if the relationship is unhealthy. Constantly seek approval and validation from your partner. Feel crushed by criticism, no matter how kindly it's said. Change who you are just to make someone stay. Avoid conflict at all costs, even if it means silencing your own needs. This weakness doesn't mean you're broken. It just means you have healing to do. Most emotional weakness starts in childhood or past trauma. Maybe you were not taught how to handle emotions or believe you are worthy of love unless you earn it by giving too much. But here's the painful truth. Love should feel like a partnership, not a prison. But when you are emotionally weak, you unknowingly hand your power over to someone else. You give too much. You forgive too easily. You ignore red flags. You cling when you should walk away. And bit by bit, your relationship becomes unbalanced. Here are 5 ways being emotionally weak can slowly destroy your love life. 1. You tolerate toxic behavior just to avoid being alone. When you're emotionally weak, the fear of loneliness can be stronger than your need for respect. You end up staying in harmful relationships, hoping things will change, instead of walking away when your peace is being destroyed. 2. You confuse anxiety with love and mistake fear for attachment. You feel intense emotions and think it's passion, but it's often anxiety. Emotional weakness makes you attached to people out of fear of losing them, not because the connection is healthy or fulfilling. 3. You sacrifice your dreams and values to make a relationship work. Instead of being yourself, you shrink to fit someone else's life. You give up your passions, goals, and even beliefs just to keep the other person happy, slowly losing your identity in the process. 4. You stay in one-sided relationships out of fear, not love. You give, and give, yet get little in return. Emotional weakness convinces you that this is the best you can get, so you keep trying to earn love rather than expecting mutual effort. 5. You let others define your worth based on how much they choose you. Your self-esteem depends entirely on someone else's affection or attention. If they ignore you or leave, you crumble, because you haven't learned how to feel worthy on your own. Over time, this emotional fragility not only pushes healthy partners away, but also attracts toxic people who take advantage of you. You become easy to manipulate, easy to use, and that's not the love you deserve. Eventually, it leads to breakups, betrayal, or emotional burnout. Not because love isn't real, but because you didn't love yourself enough to protect your peace. Perhaps the saddest part of emotional weakness is what it does to your sense of self. You stop recognizing who you are. You let your dreams collect dust. You become a version of yourself that only exists in reaction to someone else's mood. You may start thinking, I'm not enough. I'll never be loved the way I want. Something must be wrong with me. But here's the thing, there is nothing wrong with you. You're just operating from emotional wounds that haven't healed yet. And until you start healing, your relationships will continue to reflect that pain back at you. 10 signs that you are emotionally weak. If you're wondering whether this applies to you, take a look at these common signs of emotional weakness. 1. You can't handle rejection well. One no or breakup, you feel like your world is ending. 2. You always seek validation. You constantly ask for reassurance. 3. You avoid conflict at all costs. 4. You're scared of being alone. 5. You cry or panic easily. 6. You don't set boundaries. 7. You overthink everything. 8. You can't take criticism. 9. You feel responsible for others' happiness. 10. You lose your sense of self in relationships. Recognizing these signs is not about shaming yourself. It's about becoming aware. Awareness is the first step toward healing. So what's the way out? How do you stop being emotionally weak? The answer isn't to build walls or stop loving. It's not about becoming cold or emotionless. Emotional strength doesn't mean shutting down. It means standing up. Becoming emotionally strong doesn't mean you will never feel pain. It means you learn how to feel it, deal with it, and grow from it. Here are 7 ways to build it. 1. Love yourself first. Speak kindly to yourself. The love you seek from others must begin within. 2. Set boundaries without guilt. Saying no is self-respect, not selfishness. Boundaries protect your peace. 3. Sit with your emotions. Feel your feelings instead of running from them. Understanding reduces their power. 4. Practice emotional independence. Be whole on your own. You don't need someone else to feel complete. 5. Don't beg for love. If they pull away, let them. Love that's real never needs chasing. 6. Build a support system. Surround yourself with people who uplift you and remind you of your worth. 7. Learn to let go. Sometimes, choosing peace means walking away. Strength is knowing when to release. Finally, being emotionally strong doesn't mean you never cry or struggle. It means you love yourself enough to stop settling for pain disguised as love. It means holding your head high, even when your heart is broken. It means choosing yourself, especially when it's hard. If you have lost yourself in love, pause, breathe, forgive yourself, and begin the journey back home, to you. Because the truth is, the right person won't require you to lose yourself to be loved, and you won't need to be emotionally weak to keep them. You are already enough. Now it's time to believe it. It's time to become emotionally strong, not just for love, but for your life. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more.